Hey guys, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and I'm here today to make another top 10 list. And this is actually going to be my top 10 so bad they are good type of movies. So these are basically movies that aren't really good. They are bad made or badly made, or some good bad things about them in a way, but they turn out to be hilarious and funny and stupid. So these are my favorite so bad they're good type of movies. Now this list was quite hard to do. I had to redo the list over and over again till I was finally pleased. Some of them were lost in the process, not lost in the process, but they were just outside of the top 10 list, which I had to remove from the list. Before I had Piranha 2 and Here Comes the Frog Town, but they're not on the list anymore because I found a couple of other movies which I prefer over these type of movies. So yeah, let's begin with the top list right away. Let's see here. First up at number 10 we have a sequel. I think there are actually a couple of sequels, or at least 2 sequels on this list. But the first one is Howling 3. Sorry if you can't really see it that well, but yeah, Howling 3. I just gotta love this cover art, by the way. The movie is so weird and bizarre, and that's the reason why I like it. I mean, it is a very, very terrible movie, but there's just something about it that I really like, and there's so many weird things in it. I mean, there's like a couple of nuns that turns out to be werewolves and stuff, and yeah, nuns turning into werewolves. I don't really know what else is more bizarre than that, but yeah, check it out for yourself if you want to, if you want some really weird and crazy shit, but be prepared, it is a very bad movie, so you just have to take it for what it is. So yeah, Howling 3. And at number 9 is a movie directed by a director who sadly passed away earlier, I think it was 2015. Was it Ted Pryor? No, David A. Pryor, sorry, I mentioned his brother's name, but his brother is also in this movie. And the movie is Arabicide, also known as Killer Workout. Now I have the slasher video release for this movie as well, so I don't really know how the transfer is on that movie or in that release, but I decided to pick this one out from the shelf because it was the closest to me right away when I was about to make this movie. So I was supposed to make this video. Now I'm just mumbling here. Arabicide, number 9, a very weird slasher that takes place at the gym. So yeah, Arabicide, also known as Killer Workout, number 9. And at number 8 is one of the most infamous, so bad they're good type of movies. And the movie is Troll 2. Now this is a double pack with both Troll and Troll 2. Troll was just plain boring and very dull in my opinion, but Troll 2 is so entertaining and so uber cheesy that it just screams cheesy among it. And yeah, it's crazy and doesn't really have anything to do with trolls. They're basically goblins. I think all of you already know about this movie, so I'm not really going to go into that many more details about it. But yeah, Troll 2 at number 8. Yeah, sorry. And at number 7 is the only Swedish horror movie on this list, or the only Swedish movie on this list. And the movie is called Blood Tracks. I think this is also known as heavy metal in some other countries. Swedish horror movie from the 80s. I think this came out back in 86 or something. 85, sorry. Directed by Mats Helge Olsson, who sadly hasn't made any more movies after the 90s. Yeah, but this one is really entertaining. Sort of a slasher movie. It's sort of a... It feels like it's a mix between a slasher and like the Hills of Ice type of movie, but it takes place in the snowy mountains. So yeah, Blood Tracks, really entertaining and so bad it's a good movie. At number 7. And at number 6 we have a movie which I saw quite recently, or at least it was a couple of months I guess. And the movie is Jack Frost. Just look at this cover art. I always loved this cover art. Sadly the snowman isn't as cool as the one on the cover. It's really very bad made, and that's the reason why I like it, because it's so... You can clearly see that the snowman is so fake that you just kind of laugh at it, and some of the dialogue is really hilarious as well. So yeah, a killer snowman movie. What do you more expect? It's just what it is, and you have to take it for what it is. So yeah, Jack Frost at number 6. And at number 5, let's see here. Yeah, number 5 is a movie which is sort of a guilty pleasure for me. I've always enjoyed the movie, even though it is a very bad movie. And it's with Bob Hoskins. I think this was his least favorite performance from his point of view that he ever did. Yeah, you already know what movie it is. Super Mario Bros. It has been so... Everyone has been telling me that it was such a bad movie, and it's so... Yeah, extremely bad, but I've always liked this movie, and yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. At number 5. And at number 4 is another one of those. This is very, very low budget. I think this, yeah, it's only had $3,500 in budget. So yeah, you don't really have to have that high expectations for it. And I just gotta love this cover art. It's just so awesome and weird at the same time. And it is Thanksgiving. I must admit right away, I really hated this movie the first time I watched it, but after I rewatched it over and over again, it started to be one of my favorite comedy movies. Or it is like a horror comedy, and I laugh every time. It's so bad and so hilarious. And there's a scene where the killer turkey is like blowing the head off like of a driver. He's like picking up a shotgun and just shoots him in the face. It's just so stupid. Yeah, it feels like I'm just repeating all the words over and over again, so I'm not going to mumble anymore about the movie. So yeah, at number 3 we have Thanksgiving. Check it out if you haven't seen it. No, number 3, that was number 4, sorry, I said that wrong. Now we have number 3. Number 3 is another sequel, and I think I've seen this movie over and over again, and I never get tired of it. Because of one of the main characters in it, he makes the whole movie so much more entertaining. The sad part about this sequel is that it shows a lot of things from the first movie, so if you haven't seen the first movie in a while, you can just put in part 2, and you have both part 1 and 2 into one movie, and you already know what movie I'm talking about. Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 with, what's his name, Eric Freeman, who did... Now I'm not really sure his name, I think it was Eric Freeman, I can't be so wrong. He's so hilarious and he's so funny in this. I don't really know if that was intentional or not, but yeah, if you like the first one you might get disappointed, but when you go into this, don't expect a serious movie, just have a laugh at it. It's just hilarious. I used to watch it every Christmas just for the fun of it, and yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. And at number 2 we have a pretty high budget movie, and this actually was a big flop in the 80s. Howard the Duck. I'm not gonna say any more about that movie, but yeah, I'm one of those that really enjoyed it, so yeah, Howard the Duck at number 2. And at number 1 is the movie I actually watched today. I love this movie because it is so, I mean, at parts it's so cringe, and at parts it's so funny and stupid. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, I'm not going to say anything more. And it's very hard to even explain because there's a bunch of gangs like ninjas and stuff like that, and there's like biker gangs and musicians like taekwondo musicians. You already know what movie it is, Miami Connection. This cover art is amazing. It needs to be like framed somewhere in like a museum and stuff. Yeah, Miami Connection at number 1. It's so, I can't explain it. It's just such an amazing movie because it is so weird and funny at the same time. Now I'm repeating myself, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. So yeah, Miami Connection at number 1. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored. And I hope to see you again as soon as possible, so see you next time. Bye bye.